Hey, hey, hey! How have you guys been? I've missed you all. I must say that I am in a great mood these days. Despite of the Easter vacation ending, the days still grow longer and longer. It's getting hotter and hotter here in Denmark. The weather is not particularly beautiful today, but in general wonderful. I couldn't complain. I've just been out working out in the gym. I am completely exhausted and I am sitting here with a smile, ready to do a commentary. The commentary of today is gonna be of my personal expectations for Diablo 3 once it's released, and I'm gonna be discussing three topics, no, four topics actually, which are gonna be the leveling in Diablo 3, and the Inferno difficulty, and the changes that's made to it, and whether or not I like it. The PvP in Diablo 3 already made some a commentary on that, but that was a more objective one, and this one has my opinion as well. So it's not just facts; it's what I think of it. And the last thing I'm going to be discussing are the guilds in Diablo 3, or guilds in general. So, the first thing to discuss is the leveling. And the reason that I would really like to discuss this or talk about this is because there are so many topics going around on the forums at the moment, both on the US and the European forums, and both the official and the unofficial forums. People asking, how long time will it take to level to 60, and how hard of a journey is it gonna be? Most people are estimating or guessing that it shouldn't take too long. It shouldn't be like in Diablo 2 where it took what, months of grinding to get to reach level 99, or like in World of Warcraft where it takes a few weeks. But most people actually estimated that it'll probably, by a hardcore gamer, take 4 to 6 days to reach level 60. Some even think it's gonna be lower. So hopefully, in my opinion at least, that's true. Because I never liked leveling. The real game for me starts once you reach the highest levels and are ready to progress in Inferno difficulty or in PvP once it's released. And I really hope that the leveling can just get over with so you can start gearing up your character and get ready for the real challenge, in my opinion. So that wouldn't be too bad. I myself are gonna be powering through, gonna take a few days off and game through like a true geek, possibly. And I can't wait. I simply can't wait. So I'll be honest there. The second thing I'd like to discuss is the Inferno difficulty, and this is rather interesting. At least the changes they made to it. I mean, at first it was this all around, it's gonna be equally hard kind of mode, so that all of the mobs in Act 1 would be the same difficulty as the mobs in Act 2, Act 3, Act 4, Act 5, and the same with the bosses, so that the general damage and the general HP would be exactly the same. And I am so pleased that they changed it, because I'm not sure it would make Inferno mode very fun if once you got the hang of it. I mean, Act 1 would be hella hard, but once you got the hang of it, it would be rather boring because there would be no new challenges, no new progression, anything like that. It would just, once you got the hang of the first act, you would have cleared it. So I'm really glad they made the change to make it harder as you get through the acts, so that the first act will be doable for everyone within the first perhaps 2 weeks, 3 weeks, a month, I don't know. And then the more you progress through the acts in Inferno difficulty, the harder it will be, and it's gonna be significantly harder. At least that's what Blizzard promised, and I can't wait to experience that myself. Wiping for once, if it's wiping on progress, then I love it. It's great that they can make challenges, because when you finally defeat it, the feeling is so much better than if you just phase roll through all of it. And I can't wait to test my strength with the Inferno difficulty. That's for sure. The third thing I'd like to talk about is the PvP, and that's mainly because I think the PvP in Diablo 3 is fairly limited. Apparently, I would like to see more world PvP. I'm glad they made the arena so that we can get this ladder system up. I'm glad they made achievements so you actually got something to fight for, and the titles for PvP for the achievement hunters, and so that people can brag of something and harvest fruit for their hard work. So that's good. But I really miss some more world PvP, since this was the fundamental thing in Diablo 2. At least that's all I did. I was going into pub dueling games and just trying to slaughter as many as possible and just having a good time. And I really miss that in this game, just to go in and have a relaxing duel. And I think they should implement it in some kind of way again, instead of organizing into arena and not being able to go one versus one if that's what you want. So to be honest, I hope to see some changes, and I hope to see one versus one being implemented into the game, at least when PvP is released. So that's my only concern with PvP. The rest I can only take my hat off for. It sounds great, and I can't wait to test out the different combos, and hopefully my witch doctor, which I'm gonna be playing, can stand the test of going into PvP, and hopefully I'll manage the abilities as great as possible. The fourth thing and last thing I'm going to be talking about are the guilds, since this is a function that isn't implemented, but Blizzard has several times considered implementing clans and guilds because it's such a huge part of the Diablo community. In Diablo 2 there were tons of clans, and I'm seeing tons of clans being made for Diablo 3 as well, but these are only forum clans, and I mean it's not as active as it was, as if it was within the game. So I'm hoping they're making some kind of guild tab, like in World of Warcraft. I think that's one of the good things they did in World of Warcraft, the guild system, and also the ranks and levels for the guild, so that you as a group of people can achieve something by ranking up your guild and get rewards for that. So in my opinion, they could implement that. I think it's sad that there's no guild system or any social thing in that kind of way in the game yet. So I'll have my hopes up for it, that's for sure. That's more or less what I wanted to rant about today. I'll be coming up with some more, at least on PvP, when we're getting closer to release, and I'll also be talking about the different classes now that Blizzard has put up this reveal Diablo3.com site, where you can go in and check the lore and check all these spells and high-end gear, and really great site. I'd advise you all to test it out. I'll link as well. I'll give a link of it. So I will probably go more in depth about that. And they just wiped out my whole account because of a new patch. So I'll also be leveling and showing you a lot of gameplay. So hopefully you enjoy it, and thanks for listening to me rambling on for 8 minutes. Hopefully you enjoyed it. If you did, like and subscribe the video, and subscribe to my channel obviously. That's all. Take care and see you everyone.